There's this idea that eco-friendly living is expensive. And while that can be the case, in this video, I want to give you some tips and tricks on how to be zero waste on a budget. My name is Manuela and this is The Girl Gone Green. It's a channel focused on sustainability and conscious living and just really helping you grow as a person. So if you're interested, you can click the red subscribe button down below and check out the show notes for more resources as we go along through the video. So to give you a bit of context, I went zero waste in 2015. I was 19 and I was a sophomore in college. In fact, I had just transferred universities and moved to an in-state college because I was trying to avoid $66,000 a year in student loan debt. So I made the smart financial decision and moved back to my home state of Florida. So when I first got started in zero waste, I had $0 to spend on anything because I had blown through all of my savings in my first year of college. So this is what I did. The first thing I did was use what I have. And it's one of those recommendations that I give to everyone starting zero waste. Use up everything you have. So if you already have conditioners and creams and food, use it all up. And then if you already have something that's perfectly fine, don't just magically get a new item. For instance, if you already own a plastic toilet brush, why do you need to upgrade to a wooden one? Drop the aesthetics and just stick to what you have. Most likely, the plastic Tupperware that you have will last you for years. So there's no need to get anything new just yet. Number 2 is to make your own. Now, I'm a big believer that time is money, and you might not have all of the time to devote on making your own things. Don't worry, I'm not telling you to go be BB homemaker and make your own mustard. Ain't nobody got time for that. But there are a few things that I have learned to make that really save me not only time and money because I don't have to go out to the store to buy the item. So the few things that I make myself are toothpaste, laundry detergent, and vegetable stock. Obviously, you'll find the things that you enjoy making and the ones that you don't. When I first got into zero waste, I actually made my own produce bags too. Produce bags are really expensive, especially the organic cotton ones. So with the help of my mother, we made these. And they're actually, I believe, a curtain from my childhood. You can see they're real cute. But yeah, I was able to sit down with her and we were able to make a couple of these that were eco-friendly, and I was able to take to the bulk bin stores with me without having to buy a bunch of new things. Number 3 is to ask your network. You have no idea how many things are out there that people just don't need anymore. A lot of people don't declutter as frequently as I probably do, and so they probably have garages full of exactly what you need. A great example of this is when I got interested in juicing, my mom said, hey, why don't I ask my friends if anyone has a juicer instead of you buying a new one in case you don't love juicing. Guess what? One of her best friends had a almost brand new, really nice juicer that was just collecting dust in her garage because she didn't enjoy the process of juicing. And that is with everything. When I first was looking for mason jars, I actually found a big box of mason jar candles in my parents' garage, and I was able to scrape out, literally manually sitting down, scraping out all of the black wax out of these jars. And then those jars were the pretty aesthetic ones that I used in my Instagram, but I was able to avoid buying new things. The next one is developing frugal habits. One of my favorite things about this movement and this lifestyle is the low consumption rate that it promotes. You are told to thrift things or make use of things instead of buying new, and that's one of the things that I love because it's a habit that you really start to like connect with. And when you're at the store, you think to yourself, do I need this? I probably don't need this, right? Like I probably have something at home that could work for this. And it really prevents you from like spontaneous spending. So working on that habit and learning more about frugal living really goes hand in hand with environmental issues and zero waste. The last one is to make decisions based on you and your lifestyle and what makes you good. I've learned this year that if I'm not sustaining myself, then I can't sustain my message. And that's something so important to learn. If you are going to break your monthly budget to buy something that is zero waste and plastic free, don't do it. It is more important for you to be financially sustainable and financially stable than to choose something that is plastic free. Don't worry, you can get there later on. It doesn't have to be all at once, and you don't have to spend all this money on one thing. For instance, there are a bunch of different aspects of zero waste. Maybe you're zero waste in the kitchen, but not in the bathroom. Don't worry, just that small action that you have can make a big difference. Okay, so I wanted to share this. According to Instagram, I started zero waste in August. However, I didn't buy my first bamboo toothbrush until May. I had given a TEDx talk about zero waste, yet I didn't have a bamboo toothbrush. Why? Because I thought they were expensive and they weren't quite in my budget at the time. But that didn't mean that I couldn't take on zero waste living in all other aspects of my life and then slowly transition as I was able to gain a little bit more of the finances to do so. So hopefully that leaves you inspired to take on this movement despite some of the expenses, and know that I have met people all around the world living this lifestyle in developing nations, people on teacher salaries. You can really make it whatever you want it to be. For now, my name is Manuela, and this is The Girl Gone Green. Don't forget to live sustainably and consciously, and I will see you in my next video.